What if a simple cheese habit could help support your strength after 60? Many older adults worry about losing muscle, feeling weaker, or struggling with daily tasks that once felt easy. And while no food can stop aging on its own, some foods may make it easier to support muscle health as part of a balanced lifestyle. In this video, we're looking at 3 cheeses that stand out for seniors: cottage cheese, Parmesan, and ricotta. Each one offers protein, each one is easy to use, and each one can fit into real meals without a lot of effort. The best part is that this is not about expensive powders or complicated diet plans. It's about practical, enjoyable foods you may already know. Stay with me, because one of these cheeses may be especially helpful if your appetite is smaller than it used to be, and another may be perfect before bed. Let's break down how these 3 cheeses can support healthy aging, meal by meal, in a way that feels simple, satisfying, and realistic. After 60, maintaining muscle becomes more important than ever. Muscle supports balance, mobility, strength, and independence. It helps with everyday activities like getting out of a chair, climbing stairs, carrying groceries, and staying active with confidence. As we age, it's common to gradually lose muscle mass, especially if we aren't getting enough protein or moving regularly. This age-related muscle decline is often linked to frailty and reduced physical function, which is why nutrition matters so much. The good news is that supportive habits can make a difference. Eating enough protein throughout the day, staying active, and choosing nutrient-dense foods may help support muscle maintenance over time. And for many seniors, cheese is one of the easiest ways to add protein without feeling like they're forcing down a huge meal. That's where these 3 options come in. They are familiar, flavorful, and easy to pair with breakfast, lunch, dinner, or snacks. Think of them not as miracle foods, but as helpful tools that can support your body's needs as you age. Let's start with cottage cheese, one of the most practical protein foods for older adults. Cottage cheese is rich in protein and is especially known for containing leucine, an amino acid linked to muscle protein synthesis. In simple terms, leucine helps signal your body to support muscle repair and maintenance. That makes cottage cheese a smart choice for seniors who want easy, everyday foods that may help support strength. Another reason cottage cheese stands out is that it's soft, mild, and easy to eat, even when you don't want a heavy meal. It can work beautifully at breakfast with berries, at lunch on toast, or as an evening snack. Some people even enjoy it with tomatoes, black pepper, or a drizzle of olive oil for a savory option. If your appetite has changed with age, cottage cheese may be especially useful because it offers a lot of nutrition in a small serving. It's simple, affordable, and incredibly flexible, which makes it one of the easiest muscle-supporting foods to keep on hand. Now, let's talk about Parmesan, a cheese that often gets overlooked because people think of it as only a garnish. But Parmesan can be a surprisingly useful food for older adults. It's concentrated, flavorful, and offers protein in a small amount, which can be helpful if your appetite is lower than it used to be. Because Parmesan is aged, its proteins are broken down over time, and some people find aged cheeses easier to tolerate. It also brings a strong, savory flavor, so even a little bit can make a meal more enjoyable. That matters, because when food tastes good, it's easier to eat consistently. Parmesan works well on eggs, soups, beans, vegetables, salads, and pasta. You can even add it to cooked grains to boost flavor and protein without much effort. One thing to keep in mind is sodium, since Parmesan can be salty. So this is a cheese to enjoy thoughtfully, especially if you're watching sodium intake. Still, in small amounts, Parmesan can be an easy, satisfying way to enrich meals and support daily protein intake. The 3rd cheese is ricotta, and this one deserves more attention. Ricotta is soft, creamy, and gentle in both flavor and texture, which makes it appealing for many seniors. It contains whey protein, which is often discussed in relation to muscle recovery and maintenance. That means ricotta may be a helpful addition if you're trying to spread protein across the day in a way that feels light and enjoyable. Ricotta is also very versatile. You can spread it on whole grain toast, stir it into oatmeal, add it to pasta, pair it with fruit, or use it in simple bowls with nuts and cinnamon. For seniors who struggle with chewing tougher protein foods, ricotta can be a comfortable option that still supports nutrition goals. It feels comforting, but it can also be purposeful. If you tend to skip meals or eat lightly, ricotta is one of those foods that can help you add protein without making eating feel like a chore. It's mild, easy to prepare, and fits naturally into both sweet and savory meals. Here's an important idea that doesn't get enough attention. Protein isn't just about how much you eat, but also when you eat it. Many people get most of their protein at dinner and very little at breakfast or lunch. But spreading protein across the day may be more supportive for muscle maintenance, especially in older adults. That's one reason these cheeses are so useful. Cottage cheese can give breakfast a strong start. Ricotta fits nicely into lunch or a snack. Parmesan can add a protein boost to dinner without requiring a larger portion of food. Instead of seeing cheese as just a topping or side item, think of it as a practical protein tool. Small additions, repeated through the day, can make your meals more balanced and satisfying. And for seniors, that consistency matters. If eating large meals feels difficult, smaller, protein-rich choices can be a smart way to support your body without overcomplicating things. It's not about eating perfectly. It's about building a daily rhythm that works for your appetite, your routine, and your long-term strength. If you want to put this into action right away, here are a few easy meal ideas. For breakfast, try cottage cheese with berries, sliced peaches, or a sprinkle of nuts. If you prefer savory, add cucumber, tomato, and a little black pepper. For lunch, spread ricotta on whole grain toast and top it with tomato or avocado. You can also stir ricotta into warm oats for a creamy twist. At dinner, grate Parmesan over roasted vegetables, bean soup, eggs, or pasta to add both flavor and a little extra protein. For snacks, cottage cheese with fruit or ricotta with cinnamon can be simple options that feel satisfying without being heavy. The beauty of these cheeses is that you don't have to overhaul your entire diet to use them. You just find small places where they fit naturally. That's what makes healthy aging habits easier to keep. They're not dramatic, they're practical. And practical habits are often the ones that last the longest and support you best over time. Before we wrap up, it's important to remember that even healthy foods should fit your personal needs. Some cheeses can be higher in sodium, and certain versions may be higher in saturated fat than others. If you're following a special eating plan, it may help to compare labels and choose options that better match your goals. Lower sodium cottage cheese or smaller portions of Parmesan may be helpful choices for some people. And if dairy doesn't work well for you, these cheeses may not be the best fit. The goal here isn't to say everyone must eat cheese. It's to show that for many older adults, these can be useful, enjoyable foods that support protein intake. If you have health concerns or dietary restrictions, it's always wise to check with a healthcare professional or registered dietitian for guidance that matches your situation. Healthy aging is never about one perfect food. It's about a pattern of supportive choices, and these cheeses can be one part of that picture when they work well for you. So if you're over 60 and looking for simple ways to support muscle health, cottage cheese, Parmesan, and ricotta may deserve a place in your routine. Cottage cheese offers easy protein and leucine. Parmesan delivers strong flavor and useful protein in a small amount. Ricotta brings soft texture and whey protein that can fit into many meals. None of these foods are magic, but together they show how simple, familiar ingredients can support healthy aging in practical ways. The real secret is consistency, eating enough protein, spreading it across the day, and choosing foods you genuinely enjoy. Because when healthy habits taste good, they're much easier to keep. If this video was helpful, let me know which of these 3 cheeses you already eat and which one you want to try next. And if you'd like more senior-friendly foods that support strength, energy, and independence, stay with AgeStrong. We make healthy aging feel simpler, one smart habit at a time.